Loose ball, foul ball will be with Grand Valley. Grand Valley dribbling up the floor. Point guard number 1, Emilio Garcia. Pass the ball down low to number 12, Cade Paulson. Shot by Emilio Garcia, and that's good for 3. It's 5-2 is the score. And Lemmingham loses the basketball, gets it back. You want me to call John? You got me? Oh. And Grand Valley has the basketball. Number 1, point guard Emilio Garcia passing into the corner, and it's a turnover. The Aspen Skiers get the rock. Corpella gets it ahead to Aiken. Aiken with the finish, and Aiken scores. It is now 6-5, Aspen over the Grand Valley Cardinals. Emilio Garcia now with a crossover at the top of the key. Garcia kicks it in the corner to number 23, Blade McCormick, who's a captain on this squad. Passes out to number 4, Alex Cornejo from 3, and misses, and Corpella with the rebound. Corpella corrals the rebound. He's coming out strong this afternoon. Aspen High suffered a defeat last night. They're 7-4 after getting throttled by Gunnison on the road last night, 69-43. However, they're back home where they've won 3 games straight. John Hastefield with the rock. Lucas Lee now in the corner. Lee passes up top of the key to Corpella. Corpella down low to Lettingham. Lettingham looks, spins, shoots, misses off the back end. Hastefield corrals the rebound back to Lettingham. Lettingham looking, nice backdoor pass to Taylor Aiken. Aiken cannot finish down low, and the ball is rebounded by Grand Valley. Captain Luis Maganellis has the rock. Nice, pretty crossover, and he gets fouled to reach and foul either on Corpella or Lettingham. It's the second foul of the game for the Aspen High Skiers, 1 foul for the Grand Valley Cardinals. Emilio Garcia will be inbounding the basketball. Finds Luis Maganellis. Maganellis finds number 4, Alex Cornejo. Cornejo misses a wide open layup, and the ball is corralled by Lucas Lee. Lucas Lee kicks it out to Corpella. Corpella dribbling up the floor, scanning the defense. Stops his dribble, something you don't want to do if you're a point guard. Finds Taylor Aiken in the corner. Aiken drives, finds Corpella. Corpella with the jump shot. This is Hastefield with the rebound and puts it back. 8-5 Aspen. Grand Valley's Emilio Garcia bringing the rock up the floor. Garcia showing some pretty handles, but good defense by Taylor Aiken as he stops him driving to the lane. Oh, Luis Maganellis finds number 23 in the corner. Blade McCormick, and McCormick hits a 3-point shot. It is now 8-8. Grand Valley's coming off a victory as they beat Moffett County last night 65-40, hoping to carry this momentum into tonight's game. It is 8-8 in the first quarter. Good ball movement by the Aspen High Skiers. Finds Aiden Lettingham in the middle, and Lettingham finishes. Swish. Nice shot by Lettingham as the Aspen High Skiers go up 10-8. Grand Valley back with the basketball. Garcia finds Magellanes. Magallanes kicks the ball to number 4, Alex Cornejo. Cornejo drives, and it's a reach and foul on Lucas Lee. That'll be the 3rd foul of the game on the Aspen High Skiers. First substitution of the game, number 10, Rance Beck will be coming into the game for number 12, Cade Paulson. Grand Valley looks to inbounds the pass, finds the man who just came in the game, banks off the rim and cannot finish. That was Rance Beck. Taylor Aiken with the rebound, finds Corpella. Corpella dribbling up the floor fast, and that's a reach and foul on number 1, Emilio Garcia. As I said, the Aspen High Skiers are looking to get back on track with some of that home field cooking. That's the first time out of the game. The Grand Valley Rapids head coach wants to call a timeout to talk it over. This is Greg Landorf bringing you this Aspen High Skier Boys basketball game on GrassRoots Community Network thanks to funding from the A&B Bank Aspen and additional funding from the Aspen store. Corpola with the rock now. Corpola drives, finds Lucas Lee at the top of the key. Lee dribbling with the left, having a little trouble, gets it down low to Lettingham. Lettingham finds Hayesfield on the low block, and Hayesfield up and is fouled by number 10, Rance Beck. Hayesfield will be shooting 2 from the free throw stripe. So far, Aspen's been a little bit of a slow starter and a strong finisher, but Aspen with a 10-8 lead early in the first quarter. Hayesfield from the free throw stripe. First shot is up and just misses off the back iron. Grand Valley comes into this game at 6-4, and the Aspen High Skiers are 7-4. 7-4 is like their record. It's 10-8. No, don't worry. And Grand Valley with the basketball as Hayesfield was unable to convert from the charity stripe. Number 2, Luis Maganella drives. Good defense that time by the Aspen High Skiers, Braden Corpella. And the ball is with the Aspen. Strong defense. Magallanes is one of the captains on this basketball team, and Blade McCormick is the other captain, both seniors for this Grand Valley Cardinal squad. And Grand Valley surprisingly wearing long sleeves in a gym. That must get hot. Corpola out to Aiken. Aiken with the dribble drive, finds Lettingham down low. Nice pass, and that is a reach and foul on Magallanes. Lucas Lee looks to inbounds. And number 12, Cade Paulson will be checking back into the basketball game, this time for number 23, captain Blade McCormick. Lee finds Hayesfield at the top of the key. Hayesfield finds Corpola. Corpola down low to Lettingham. And they call a carry on Lettingham. It was tough defense that time by Cade Paulson, causing him to walk. Luis Magallanes with the basketball. Magallanes is the other captain on this Grand Valley Cardinal squad. Magallanes being picked up by Corpola. Pretty dry by Magallanes. He did move his feet, but it was not called. Alex Cornejo with a drive. Nice drive that time, but he was unable to finish. The Grand Valley Cardinal squad seems to have some stars on this basketball team that take it to the lane, but they do not pass, finding the open shooter that could be their kryptonite. Unlike the Aspen High Skiers, Grand Valley seems to have a bit of a selfish backcourt and guards that try and take it themselves instead of finding the open man. And number 31, Stephen Hicks checks into the basketball game for the Grand Valley Cardinals. Let's see how ball movement affects this game, as that will be in favor of the Aspen High Skiers from what we've seen so far. A lot of that comes down to coaching at the end of the day as well, especially in high school. Lucas Lee now with the rock. Lee finds Aiken. Aiken with a pretty crossover. Aiken tries to find Hayesfield down low. He does, and it's put back by John Hayesfield. Really good ball movement and finish by John Hayesfield, number 12. Magallanes with the rock. Magallanes dribbling, pretty dribbling, but the dribbling is not going to get you points. And number 1, Emilio Garcia with a 3. Garcia rims out, and the ball is rebounded by Corpola. That kicked off the hands of number 4, Alex Cornejo, who did follow his shot. Corpola with pretty dribbling as he moves the ball up the floor. Corpola finds Aiken in the corner. Aiken from 3. Aiken hits! 15-8 Aspen. Grand Valley pushing back. And that's a 3 by Grand Valley. The ball rims in and out. And Corpola with the rebound. Corpola scanning the field, moving up slowly. Corpola calling out a play by head coach Alex Trump. Corpola shooting a 3, and that ball clanks off the back iron. Rebound with Grand Valley. Emilio Garcia with the rock now. Garcia finds Paulson. Paulson back to Garcia. Garcia moving the ball down low to Cornejo. Cornejo finds Magallanes. Magallanes back into the corner for Paulson, who shoots another 3, and that shot is in and out. But a rebound with Grand Valley. And the block by Lucas Lee. Pretty, and he gets the rebound. Strong defense that time by the Aspen High Skiers. Coach Alex Trump has to like what he's been seeing out of his squad after they fell down early, and we're in the waning seconds of the first quarter. Aiken finds Lee. Lee back to Aiken. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. And the score is 15 Aspen High to 8 Grand Valley. Aiken calling plays at the top of the key. Haysville comes out to set a pick. Aiken does not go that route. Aiken finds Corpola. Corpola drives. He is stripped at the last second, and that should end this quarter, although Grand Valley's trying to get a shot off before the buzzer. Grand Valley heaves from half court, and that will be an air ball. End of the first quarter, Aspen 15, Grand Valley 8. This game coverage on GrassRoots is presented by A&B Bank Aspen. A&B Bank commits each day to invest in you and your community. Last year, A&B Bank gave over $745,000 in community sponsorships and donations, supported over 800 organizational events, volunteered over 4,600 hours to support communities and to help those in need. Thank you to John Ward and all the kind folks at A&B Bank in Aspen for supporting Aspen skier basketball and GrassRoots. You're watching GrassRoots skier basketball. You're watching skier basketball on the GrassRoots Community Network thanks to sponsorship from A&B Bank Aspen. A&B Bank is a true community bank with an unwavering commitment to excellence, helping each of its communities prosper through investment, sponsorship, philanthropy, and employee volunteerism. It is a passion A&B Bank has for banking that makes the difference. Got gas? GrassRoots coverage of Aspen skier basketball is made possible by funding from the Aspen store located at the corner of Main and Galena. Open 24 hours, fresh salads, pastries, and hot food items. Great selection of grab-and-go food, chips, candy, and drinks. Loyalty members can earn and redeem points at the Aspen store, the Basalt Valero, and Cowan Center Valero in Carbondale. What you need, when you need it, plus a little bit more. The Aspen store, proudly supporting high school athletics. And additional funding provided by the Basketball Boosters. You can support the student athletes by attending the game and contributing to the Boosters. Pick up some homemade brownies, a hot dog, a Caesar salad, or other goodies at the snack bar. All proceeds help support our girls and boys basketball teams. And we're back with you for the start of the second quarter. This is Greg Landorf on GrassRoots Network bringing you Aspen High Skier Boys basketball. And that is a pretty drive by number 1 Emilio Garcia as he lays the ball up. And it is 15-10 now. Aspen is leading Grand Valley. Cross-court pass to Aiken. Aiken dribbling, finds Lucas Lee in the corner. Lucas Lee kicks it out to Corpola. Corpola to Lee. Down low to Haysfield, and that ball's hit out of bounds and will stay with the Aspen High Skiers. Lee finds Aiken. Aiken back to Corpola. Corpola down low to Lettingham. Lettingham with a dribble drive. Shot up and good. 17-10 Aspen High over the Grand Valley Cardinals. Pretty play that time by Lettingham. As you want to get to the big man down low in the middle, lower into the paint where he can do his damage. Pretty move again by Emilio Garcia, who steps back for three, trying to do everything himself and clanks off the front iron. Back to Corpola. Corpola with the rock. Corpola moving, switching hands with the basketball. Gets stuck and finds Aiken. Taylor Aiken, only a freshman, clocking significant minutes and playing strong basketball for the Aspen Skiers. Down low to Lettingham. Lettingham back out to Corpola. Corpola down low to Haysfield. Pretty pass. Nice look by that point guard. And head coach Alex Shrimp is very happy. How could you not be, as that was a beautiful dime that time by Corpola. Grand Valley with the rock. Captain Luis Magallanes has the rock. Finds the other captain, Blade McCormick. McCormick picked up by Lettingham at the top of the key. See if Grand Valley tries to take advantage of that by getting a big man down low. Strong defense by the Aspen High Skiers as they're not letting them break down to this defense and get the ball down low. All perimeter shots, and McCormick shoots a perimeter shot and hits. 19-12 now in the second quarter. Aiken with the basketball, finds Lucas Lee. Lucas Lee finds Corpola, and they have no problem breaking that two-man press put on by the Grand Valley Cardinals. That's a steal that time, but Lettingham gets the rock back. But Lettingham, the ball is ricocheting and it's out of bounds on Aspen High. That will be Grand Valley basketball. Emilio Garcia will come out of the basketball game for number 33, Dylan Mueller. Magallanes has the rock. Magallanes finds number 4 down low, Alex Cornejo. Kicked out, and that is a three-point shot that time by number 33, Dylan Mueller. The score is now 19-15 in the second quarter as Corpola brings the rock up. He's driving. Lucas Lee to inbounds the basketball. Lucas Lee finds Hasefield down low. Dangerous pass. Hasefield picks up the rock, and Lucas Lee was almost out of bounds, but managed to stay inbounds. Lucas Lee finds Aiken as they whip the ball around to Corpola. Now down low to Lettingham. Lettingham with a jump shot and misses. They're saying a push-off on John Hasefield. I don't know about that call whatsoever. And it's a foul on John Hasefield. And the score is 19 Aspen High to 15 Grand Valley in the second quarter of this basketball game. Aspen looking to make it 4 straight at home. Garcia scans the floor, finds McCormick. McCormick into the corner, finds Cornejo. Cornejo drives and hits the bottom of the basket, but the ball's rebounded by number 12, Cade Paulson, who puts it in for 2. 19-17 as Grand Valley has come out strong in the second quarter. Aiken handling the pill, surveying the floor. Down low, good ball movement that time. I don't know what that foul call was, but another foul call down low on Lettingham for using his hand to push away. I do not agree with that foul call whatsoever. Not sure what you're doing, Pinstripes. Luke Hollander coming into the game now to spell number 12, John Hasefield. Head coach Alex Schrempf wants to call a timeout to talk things over with his Aspen High skiers. Food, chips, candy, and drinks. Loyalty members can earn and redeem points at the Aspen store, the Basalt Bolero, and Cowan Center. Support our girls and boys basketball teams. And we're back with you in this basketball game. Grand Valley is down 17-19, coming back strong in this second quarter. Point guard Emilio Garcia kicks the ball into the corner. Finds number 25, Enrique Garcia. And that is a foul call on Grand Valley. Strong defense, way to hold their ground and not overcommit by the Aspen High skiers. Grand Valley has been the superior team so far in the second quarter. Let's see how Aspen gets back on track after that timeout by head coach Alex Schrempf. Aiken whips it around to Hollander. Hollander dribbles, finds Aiken. Aiken has an open look from 3, and he takes it. And the ball clanks off the right iron, but rebounded by Lettingham, up too strong, and Grand Valley with the rock. Garcia with the ball. Garcia switches fans, finds Cornejo. Cornejo finds McCormick. McCormick with the drive, picked up by Lettingham, but he finishes. Too easy that time as McCormick went to the lane with his left hand and finished easily for 2. Corpola with the Rockets. The score is 19-19. It's a tie game here in the second quarter. Corpola finds number 23, Hollander. Hollander down low to Lettingham. Lettingham out to Aiken. Aiken drives, something that he is quite adept at, and the ball's up and cannot finish. Looked like he got hit that time, but the ref did not call a foul. We got Enrique Garcia with the rock, again getting into the teeth of this Aspen defense, and finishes. The score is now 21, Grand Valley 19, Aspen. Aspen is behind for the second time in this basketball game. Corpola dribbling, finds Aiken. Aiken out to Hollander. Hollander to Corpella. Pretty ball movement down low to Lucas Lee. He just missed that jump shot, but that was a much better offensive possession that time by the Aspen High skiers. And Corpola with the steal, and the ball is out of bounds on the Grand Valley Cardinals. So there's only a few players on Grand Valley wearing long sleeves, still something that I don't understand in this gym. Corpola with the rock. Corpola to Aiken. Aiken now with a jump shot. Aiken clanks off the front iron, and the ball's rebounded by number 33, Austin White. Magallanes has the rock. Magallanes kicks the ball out to McCormick. McCormick, the ball is rebounded by the Grand Valley Cardinals and is an over-the-top on the Aspen High Skiers. Grand Valley with the rock up 21-19, looking to make it 4 points or 5. Magallanes finds Paulson. Paulson dribble drive, and out of control that time. That is not a foul. Yes, that is a foul on Magallanes, on Cade Paulson as he charged that time. I was afraid he was going to call a blocking foul on the Aspen High Skiers. Fortunately, he did not, and the ref called the charge, the rightful call on Grand Valley. Aspen looking to tie the basketball game back up with this drive. Lee inbounds the rock to Corpola. The only change made so far for Alex Schrempf's team is Luke Hollander coming into the basketball game to spell John Hasefield for a breather. And that is a blocking foul that time on Lettingham. The refs are calling this game a little tight. Now we've got Magallanes. Magallanes has the rock. Magallanes dribbling. Kicks it into the corner. Finds Cornejo. Cornejo back to Magallanes. Magallanes now driving. And went in for a foul and will be shooting. They call the blocking foul on Luke Hollander. That was a good job by Magallanes using his body to get that foul. I don't know if that was a foul whatsoever. Hollander seemed to have held his ground that time as Magallanes drove to the basket. He tried to create that contact, and that should have been a call on him or a no call. Anyway, Magallanes is at the free throw line shooting 101. Magallanes' first shot on the 101 is up and good. He'll be shooting his second free throw. 22 Grand Valley, 19 Aspen High. Magallanes' second jump shot. Shot is up and good. Converts both from the free throw line, and the score is now 23-19. Lettingham finds Aiken. You don't want your big man dribbling the ball up the floor, and Lettingham wisely passes to Aiken again. Aiken with pretty crossovers. Aiken back to Corpola, who's looks to ready the offense. The Aspen High Skiers have been held scoreless on their last few possessions. Hollander, and they're getting a little stagnant with their ball movement. Pretty ball move that time to Lucas Lee, who turns around, cannot hit that jump shot. And the ball's out of bounds on Grand Valley. Lettingham wisely let that ball go so they would retain possession. Head coach Alex Schrempf calling in 2 from the sideline. Hollander to inbounds. Hollander finds Lucas Lee. Lucas Lee finds Corpola. Corpola to Hollander. Hollander's ball is tipped, but they will retain possession. And they called it a backcourt that time. I don't know if that's a backcourt whatsoever if the defense touched that basketball. That's certainly not a backcourt violation. The ball is ricocheted by the Grand Valley Cardinals. I'm not sure why that would be called a backcourt violation on the Aspen High Skiers. The ref is trying to explain to head coach Alex Schrempf. I do not agree with that call. Anyway, it's 23-19 in the second quarter. Grand Valley has come back from a little bit of a deficit to take the lead. Grand Valley moving the basketball. McCormick finds Magallanes. Magallanes dribbling. Strong defense that time. However, the ball will stay with Grand Valley. Number 23, Blade McCormick at the top of the key, kicks the ball into the corner. And that ball is stripped by Aspen. It seemed to be out of bounds on Grand Valley. And the ball will stay with Grand Valley underneath the basket. Emilio Garcia to inbounds. Austin White with the rock, back to Garcia. Garcia with a drive, a little bit out of control, and misses. Lettingham corrals the rebound. Out to Corporal, who's looking to push and take advantage of Grand Valley. Corporal tied up, finds Lettingham down low. Smart pass, pretty pass that time to Lettingham, who finishes for two. And we're in the waning seconds of the first half. Grand Valley with the rock. Cornejo with some pretty moves. Finds his point guard, Emilio Garcia. Garcia dribbling. Gets a screen from a lookalike of Ron Baker, but that is number 31, Stephen Hicks. The ball is missed, and Jack Siemens, the senior on this basketball team, into the basketball game for the Aspen High Skiers, gets the rock and will be shooting 1-1 from the free throw line. Aspen looking to tie this game up before the half. Sebastian Wilms into the game for the first time to spell Blade McCormick. Gotta love some of these names, such as Blade McCormick. The first shot is up by Siemens. Missed off the back iron, but Lucas Lee gets the rebound. Lee to Siemens. Siemens driving a little out of control, and the ball is stolen. I understand wanting to get the senior some playing time, but he needs to relax in this basketball game and not be so out of control. Cornejo with the basketball, looks to shoot a three, does not. Pulls it down for a drive, pretty drive that time to the lane, but cannot finish. Strong defense by the Aspen High Skiers. Corpola now dribbling up. 3 seconds, Corpola in traffic, and that is a charge on Corpola, and they'll be going to the free throw line for Grand Valley. Being out of control that time as the clock was running down cost the Aspen High Skiers, as Grand Valley will be shooting one from the free throw line. They will not be shooting from the free throw line as it was a charge on Corpola, and Grand Valley will be taking the ball from the sideline. Into Garcia. Garcia shoots from way downtown. Garcia shot is up and air ball. And the score is 23 Grand Valley to 21 Aspen. As we end the first half, we'll be back with you for the start of the second half. And we're back with you for the second half. This is Greg Landorf bringing you this Aspen High Skier boys basketball game on GrassRoots Community Network. Thanks to funding from A&B Bank Aspen, additional funding from the Aspen Store, and the Basketball Boosters. Aspen High is down 21-23. I said earlier that Aspen has a tough time coming out hot in basketball games, but they finished strong. Let's hope we see another case of that tonight as they look to extend their 3-game winning streak at home to go 8-4 in the young season. Aiken down low to Haysfield. Aiken throws it a little bit high. Haysfield, great job to get that possession back, and it'll be a jump ball, and possession arrow is with the Grand Valley Cardinals. Just an errant pass that time by the Aspen Skiers. Haysfield did a good job to retain that possession. Grand Valley with the rock now. Point guard Emilio Rojas dribbling up the floor, calling out plays, finds number 4, Alex Cornejo. Cornejo driving. Cornejo tried to get the ball down low to number 12, Cade Paulson, but was unable to do so, and the ball will be back with the Aspen High Skiers. The first quarter was dominated by Aspen. Not dominated, but Aspen came out strong in the first quarter. Grand Valley came out very strong in the second quarter, and that's why they have the lead right now. Corpola finds Lee. Lee, jumper. Jumper is not good. That is an air ball. And Grand Valley back with the basketball. Captain Magallanes has the rock. Magallanes passes down low to the other captain, Blade McCormick. McCormick back to Magallanes. Magallanes to Cornejo. Cornejo driving. Cornejo out to McCormick. Good defense by Aspen, not allowing them to penetrate their zone. Haysfield, strong defense, but there's a stronger offense that time by number 12, Cade Paulson, who finishes for 2. 25 Grand Valley, 21 Aspen. Corpola with the rock. Corpola finds Aiken in the corner. Aiken with a jump shot. Up and hits, and one. Aiken pumped up as he goes down on the sideline to get some love from his teammates. 23-25, and Aspen is looking to make it 24-25 from the free throw line. Aiken, only a freshman, showing strong play. Taylor Aiken looking to convert, make it a 3-point play. Number 21 looking to get a 2 and 1 now. Aiken up with a free throw. Just clanks off the back iron, but Lettingham almost got the rebound. Ball will be with Grand Valley. Magallanes has the rock. Maggie Ennis scanning, tries to drive, kicks it out to Cornejo. Cornejo with the drive. Picked up by Lucas Lee. Now Hastefield on Paulson. Back to Cornejo. Cornejo up with a jumper and hits. Wide open that time and finished for two. 27 Grand Valley, 23 Aspen. Little two-man press, but they back off. Now Corpola finds Aiken. Aiken back to Corpola. Corpola in the middle to Lettingham. That seems to be a strong play that they run. Hastefield with a great rebound and finishes for two. Strong play that time by John Hastefield, cleaning up the board and putting it back in. Maggie Ennis with his team up to 27-25. Maggie Ennis drives and off the back iron. Rebound by Lettingham. Strong defense by Lettingham that time as Maggie Ennis drove to the lane. 4-2. Was unable to finish because of Lettingham's defense down low. Corpola finds Lee. Lee looks, finds Hastefield. Hastefield's had a strong game so far. Hastefield back to Corpola. Now Aiken. And while Aspen calls up their plays, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Gavin Dahl for making this opportunity possible. Aiken kicks the ball back out, down low to Lettingham, again in the middle, splits that defense but cannot finish. And a very soft blocking foul call is called on John Hastefield. I don't know about that. He just touched him. Jack Siemens getting his shirt off, looking to come back into this basketball game. Siemens, the senior, is going to spell Hastefield, who might be in a little bit of foul trouble. Head coach Alex Trump gets some words of encouragement as he goes over to the bench. Maggie Ennis now with the rock for Grand Valley, who's ahead 27-25 in the third quarter at Aspen High School. Maggie Ennis scans the field. Maggie Ennis kicks it out to McCormick. The two captains playing a little bit of passing and catching back and forth. Now to Maggie Ennis. Maggie Ennis hits the three, misses the three, and the ball's in and out, but corralled by Grand Valley. Maggie Ennis now with the rock again, crossover. Finds McCormick in the corner. McCormick traveled that time as he shot for three, and the ball will be back with the Aspen High Skiers. The Aspen Skiers looking to get a victory here as the X Games kick off big time in Aspen. Would only be fitting. Lettingham with the rock. Lettingham finds Corpola. Little strong defense by Maggie Ennis. Down low to Lee. Lee drives. Wide open, but is unable to finish this. He's picked up down low. Aiken with the rebound. Aiken finds Jack Siemens. Jack Siemens a little overzealous as he walks that time. And head coach Alex Trump is telling him to calm down. Grand Valley with the rock. Emilio Garcia dribbling up the floor. Tried to find number 10, Rance Beck that time, was unable to do so. Corpola now driving on Maggie Ennis. Corpola finishes in one! 27-27 Aspen, and Corpola will be going to the line to take the lead. Strong play that time as they got out in transition, and Corpola was able to finish, absorb contact, and still finish at the rim, and gets and one. Corpola's free throw is up and good. Finishes the three-point play. 28 Aspen, 27 Grand Valley. It's the first time Aspen has led in the second half. Emilio Garcia dribbling, all in the perimeter right now. Number 12, Kate Paulson has the rock. The ball stolen by Corpola. Taylor Aiken has the ball, got out in traffic, and tried to do too much with that instead of passing behind to the follower. Garcia passes out of bounds, hits off Cornejo's hand, and the ball will be back with Aspen. And the head coach of Grand Valley wants to call a timeout while Aspen inbounds the basketball. And that will be a timeout by the Grand Valley Cardinals as they're down 27-28 in the third quarter. subscribe to GrassRoots Community Network YouTube channel for live stream events like this basketball game in a full HD community video archive. We've got a battle going on at Aspen High, with Aspen up 28-27 on the Grand Valley Cardinals. These teams seem to be evenly matched so far throughout this game. Corpola calling out plays as he dribbles the ball down the floor. Finds Siemens. No, never mind, he finds Taylor Aiken. Now to Aiken finds Siemens. Siemens into the corner to Lucas Lee. Lee back to Aiken. Passing all around the perimeter. Grand Valley's done a good job coming up with their defense, not allowing Aspen to get down low. Corpola looks to break the D a little bit. Siemens now with the rock. Up with the shot. And the ball just ricochets off the side of the rim. Nice drive that time by Siemens, however. Grand Valley back with the basketball. Maggie Yannis has it. Maggie takes a deep three. That was not Maggie Yannis. That was Garcia. And that was an over-the-top by Grand Valley. No, an over-the-top on Aspen. I'm not sure what that foul call was, and Grand Valley will retain possession. Grand Valley will be shooting 2 from the free throw line. Number 10, Rance Beck, a center on this Grand Valley team, shooting free throws. That foul was on Jack Siemens. Siemens looking to do a little too much when he's getting into this basketball game. If he just calms down and plays his position, things will go a lot better for him. Rance Beck hearing jeers from the crowd. Misses his first free throw, a little too strong. Number 25, Enrique Garcia spells Blake McCormick, who's going to take a breather. Rance Beck with his second free throw attempt, looking to tie this basketball game. Some annoying screams from the fans, but it works as Rance Beck is not able to finish that free throw. Back up with Corpola. Corpola pretty dribble behind the back. Corpola trying to do too much and loses the basketball. Head coach Alex Trump could not be happy about that as he put his head down trying to split defenders and lost the basketball. Grand Valley with the rock. Cornejo fouled from 3. Siemens ran into him. That was not a smart foul whatsoever by Jack Siemens, and Cornejo will be shooting 3 from the charity stripe. Bailed him out that time as that foul was completely unnecessary. Alex Cornejo shooting the first of his 3 free throws. Cornejo, another senior on this basketball team, that is incredibly annoying jeers from one of the fans here at Aspen High School. And Cornejo pays him no mind and hits his free throw. It almost makes me want to root for Grand Valley hearing that awful screaming from the corner. Hopefully it'll stop after Cornejo hit his first free throw. Cornejo's second attempt, getting ready. And we hear the yelling yet again. Cornejo up and hits, paying the fan no mind. 29 Grand Valley, 28 Aspen. Cornejo looking to take advantage of all 3 free throws. Cornejo's third attempt. I wonder where that kid's parents are. Instead, it's completely inappropriate and just disgusting behavior. And he hits the 3rd free throw. If that was Micah, that would be a timeout for sure. Taylor Aiken. Aiken with the rock, finds Corpola. Corpola back to Aiken. Aiken for 3, looking to tie this game back up. Actually take the lead, but the rebound was rebounded by Corpola. Siemens almost traveled that time, but did not. Corpola now with the rock. Corpola finding Aiken in the corner. Aiken down low to Lettingham. Lettingham double-teamed. Now single-teamed. Ettingham to Siemens. Siemens ran with the basketball that time and ran out of bounds. Now that was a reach-and foul on Grand Valley. Siemens looked to have taken some steps that time, but he was fouled. Head coach Alex Trump wants him to call number 1. Pretty active coach on the sidelines. Done a great job getting these kids together, as this is a young roster, but it's young and old. Good mix so far for the Aspen High basketball team. Aiken, one of the young men, freshman, pretty drive and finishes for 2. 30-30 now. 30-30 in the 3rd quarter. Grand Valley with the crossover and pretty move to the lane, but cannot finish. That time was Garcia. However, rebound by Rance Beck and finishes for 2. 32 Grand Valley, 30 Aspen as we are in a back-and-forth game in the 3rd quarter. Lucas Lee to Corpola. Corpola wanted to shoot a 3, but does not. Corpola to Aiken. Aiken to Siemens. Let's hope Siemens is able to calm down. Siemens finds Corpola. Back to Aiken. Aiken with a drive, a little out of control, but Lettingham with the rebound, not able to finish, just hits off the back iron that time. Number 12, Kay Paulson has the ball. Paulson passes back to his point guard, Garcia. Garcia driving, a little out of control that time, and he is fouled. Garcia going to the line. They're saying that is a foul on Taylor Aiken, and Garcia will be shooting 2 from the charity stripe. First shot is up and good. 33-30 now. Garcia with his second free throw. Garcia's shot is up. Hits off the front iron. No good. Lucas Lee's double team down low. He needs some help. Lee calls timeout by head coach Alex Schrempf. So that ball was not turned over. Looking to get back under control. Aiken picked up. Aiken down low to Lettingham. Grand Valley's done a very good job not letting Aspen get down into their zone. Kicked out to Aiken. Aiken now finds a little bit of a crease. Aiken up, not able to finish that time though. A little bit of a wild shot. Balls got back by Lucas Lee. Finds Jack Siemens down low. Siemens finds Lettingham. Lettingham calls out for the rock. Lettingham looking to a power move. Lettingham, good strong drive that time, and is fouled and will be shooting 2. Head coach Alex Schrempf has to love that and yells out encouragement from the sideline. On the free throw line thus far, Lettingham's first attempt is up and just rims off the back edge. We've got the Ron Baker lookalike coming into this game for Grand Valley. That is number 31, Stephen Hicks. Wears the same number, same hair, same color skin. Shocker. Aiden Lettingham now at the free throw line with his second free throw attempt, and that ball cranks off the back iron. No good. 30 Aspen, 33 Grand Valley. Garcia with the rock. Garcia dribbling through his legs. Garcia finds number 31, Stephen Hicks, and Stephen Hicks finishes and is fouled. 33-30. These Aspen High skiers are trying to talk trash to their fans, but they're doing a terrible job. Free throw is no good by Stephen Hicks. Hicks' shot is up and no good. Rebound corralled by Lucas Lee. Lucas Lee out to Corpola. We have 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Aiken finds Siemens. Siemens with a jump shot. Siemens just misses that jumper. Corpola with the rock. Needs to shoot at the last second and just misses off the back iron. 30 Aspen, 33 Grand Valley as we head into the fourth quarter. Your financial underwriting enables GrassRoots. Your financial underwriting enables GrassRoots to bring high school basketball, volleyball, and hockey events to the entire community. We'll let everyone know you support the kids, the school, and GrassRoots when you become a GrassRoots TV sports sponsor, like Bowdoin Homes and A&B Bank and Aspen have this year. For underwriting opportunities, call GrassRoots at 925-8000. This GrassRoots live streaming cable broadcast on channel 880 is made possible by funding from the Aspen store. Got gas? Open 24 hours. Fresh salads, pastries, and hot food items. Great selection of grab-and-go food, chips, candy, and drinks. Loyalty members can earn and redeem points at the Aspen store, the Basalt Valero, and the Count Center Valero in Carbondale. What you need, when you need it, plus a little bit more. Additional funding provided by the Basketball Boosters. You can support the student athletes by attending the games and contributing to the Boosters. Pick up some homemade brownies, a hot dog, a Caesar salad, or other goodies at the snack bar. All proceeds help support our girls and boys basketball teams. And the Aspen Skiers are down 3 heading into the fourth quarter. Grand Valley has really clamped down on defense, not allowing Aspen to get to the lane freely. Let's see how Aspen's ball movement can help penetrate this defense. Aiken with the rock. Aiken dribbling. Aiken finds Lee. Lucas Lee's been cold so far in this game, usually a hot hand. Corpola back out to Aiken. Aiken down low to Lettingham. Lettingham back out, and the ball is stolen by Magallianis. Magallianis back with the rock. Into the corner, back to Magallianis. Magallianis calling out a play at the top left of the key. Magallianis almost steadies himself from 3, but does not. Pretty drive that time on Corpola, and is unable to finish as the ball just goes in and out of the basket. It's a nice move that time by Magallianis, shielding his body, allowing him to get down low and up with the jump shot. Aiken finds Lee. Lee to Corpola. Corpola driving down low, passes into a crowd, and John Haysfield. Haysfield back with the ball, cannot get it. Lettingham up in that crowd, and the ball just ricochets off the left side of the rim. That ball's thrown out of bounds by Grand Valley, ball with Aspen. Head coach Alex Schrempf letting Corpella know not to go into the zone as it's going to be too late as the defense is able to clamp down around him. Rather keep it on the perimeter and pass the ball, and so you can penetrate that zone not by dribbling but by passing. Lucas Lee now with the rock finds Aiken. Aiken with a dribble drive. Aiken with a jump shot. Just clanks off the front iron. Aiken with his own rebound. Up with it and fouled. And he'll be shooting 2 from the free throw line. Strong play by Taylor Aiken. Way to keep that possession alive and go to the free throw line. Hopefully cutting this game to a 1-point basketball game. Starting 5 is in for Aspen with Corpola, Lee, Aiken, Lettingham, and Haysfield. Aiken up with his first free throw. Ooh, just hits off the front iron. Aspen not having much luck on the offensive end. Needs something to fall so they can get their confidence back. Cornejo comes into the basketball game for big man Rance Beck. Aiken's second free throw. Up and good. 33-31 Aspen. That's Aspen's first points in a few minutes now in this game. Magallianis with the ball at the top of the key, dribbling through his legs. Magallianis usually looks to shoot rather than pass, but he does pass that time. Cornejo gets it out to Emilio Garcia, the point guard. Garcia, stolen by Corpola. Corpola bringing the ball up the floor, looking to get his offense righted so they can tie this basketball game back up. Lucas Lee out to Taylor Aiken. Aiken down low to Corpola. Corpola does a good job keeping that ball alive. Again, Aspen having a hard time penetrating this zone put on by the Grand Valley Cardinals. Lucas Lee for 3. Lee hits! Huge shot right there, and Aspen goes up 34-33. Aspen is a fourth quarter team. They have proven that all year so far, especially at home. Wow, Garcia with a deep 3, clanks off the iron. Not a smart shot that time by Garcia, especially with his team only down 1. No need for that 3, trying to respond to the Aspen Skiers. Corpola breaking down the defense. Corpola up with the left hand, just a little too strong, but Haysfield with the bound again, and Haysfield up and good! 36-33 Aspen. Aspen coming on late. Haysfield's had a very impressive game down low. One of the seniors on this basketball team. Haysfield, a senior, along with Lettingham. Garcia with the ball down low, fouled on his back, but the foul will not call. Foul on the floor, and the Cardinals will be taking the ball out of bounds. Head coach Alex Schrempf calling for his players help out on some help side defense. And Blade McCormick comes out of the game for Rance Beck. That's love names like Rance and Blade. Grand Valley with the rock, Garcia with the basketball. Garcia cross over the top of the key. Garcia out to Magallanes. And that is a walk that time by Magallanes. A lot of dribbling, strong defense, creating turnovers for the Aspen Skiers. Head coach Alex Tremp has to love what he's seeing. This is gritty basketball, and that tends to favor Aspen as it gets late in games, especially when their fundamentals are correct. It is 36 Aspen, 33 Grand Valley here in the fourth quarter. Lucas Lee out to Aiken. Pretty ball movement that time. Down low to Lettingham. Lettingham is fouled and will be going to the line for two. Hard foul that time by number 12, Cade Paulson. Lettingham takes the contact and will be going to the charity stripe. It was great ball movement that time by the Aspen Skiers, getting the ball down low eventually to the big man who was fouled and now at the free throw line. Telling you, ball movement usually creates an open shooter. Lettingham hits his first free throw. 37 Aspen, 33 Grand Valley's Blade McCormick, the captain on the Grand Valley basketball team, comes back into the basketball game for Cade Paulson. Lettingham with his second free throw attempt. Dribbling twice, doing his normal routine before his free throws. Shot is up and good. Ice in his veins, hitting late. Two free throws, 38 Aspen, 33 Grand Valley. The Cardinals head coach wants to call a timeout. Strong play that time by the Aspen Skiers. They take the lead and they're up 38-33. You're watching the GrassRoots Community Network, the nation's very first originally community-operated, community-programmed, entirely locally funded television network. Watch GrassRoots on HD Cable Channel 880 from Aspen to Glenwood Springs and streaming on the web at grassrootstv.org. Follow GrassRoots on Facebook so you never miss a live stream of Aspen Skier Athletics. Grand Valley with the basketball, inbounding to Magallanes. Grand Valley down 5 after being ahead for most of the second half. Magallanes driving down low, creating a little bit of separation, but does not go up with a jump shot as he should have. Magallanes loses his dribble, and the ball's out of bounds, and the ball will be with the Aspen Skiers. A little too much dribbling that time by Magallanes. Too much dribbling and not enough ball movement, as the head coach, I believe, is telling him that. Seems to be a trend. Too much dribbling, not enough ball movement, and the result does not seem good. It's not favorable for either squad. Corporal across court to Lucas Lee. Lucas Lee across court to Aiken. Silly pass that time. I don't know why they're going across court. Rather whip the ball around, hit the center, and then go across. Especially when you had Corpel at the top of the key. The ball will be with Grand Valley. Grand Valley down 5 late into this fourth quarter. The shot clock is positioned in an awful spot for this announcing as I cannot give time. And again, number 1, Emilio Garcia is fouled by 3 from Taylor Aiken. You do not want to do that, and that is the last thing they wanted, is they'll have 3 attempts now from the free throw line to get back into this basketball game with the clock stopped in the fourth quarter. We've got 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Emilio Garcia with his first attempt. Shot is up and just rims out. Nice free throw, but got no luck. Garcia's second attempt. No good. Coming down the stretch, moment gets a little more tense, and these free throws are not going in all of a sudden for Emilio Garcia of the Grand Valley Cardinals. Garcia's third and final attempt. Up. And no good. Misses all three from the free throw line. Not what you wanted to see if you're a Grand Valley fan late into this basketball game. Aiken with the rock, going to be picked up by two defenders. Aiken out to Corpola. Corpola now to Lee. Lee in the corner to Aiken. Aiken driving. Aiken to Lee. Lee back to Corpola. Dangerous pass, and the ball is stolen by Emilio Garcia, who's out of control, puts the ball up, and the ball is rebounded by Lucas Lee. Garcia would have been wise to maintain that possession. Pretty crossover that time by Lucas Lee. Aiken back to Corpola. As I was saying, Garcia would have been much smarter to pick up his dribble that time and wait for his guys to come back rather than going to the lane out of control and forcing up a wild shot. Corpola now in the middle of Lettingham. Pretty ball movement. Lettingham is unable to convert on that jump shot. Ball is rebounded by Taylor Aiken and a timeout by head coach Alex Schrempf. This fourth quarter mows along with Aspen up 38-33 on the Grand Valley Cardinals. On the air, contact Jeremy or John at 925-8000. That's 925-8000. Aspen retains possession and will be inbounding the ball from underneath the hoop. He has Corpola open, but he instead passes the ball out to Aiken. Corpola comes up to get the ball to help out Aiken. Corpola now to Lee. Lee to Corpola. Corpola to Lettingham. Picked up early. Lettingham with a pretty pass to Corpola, who underneath and hits. 40-33 by the Aspen Skiers. Great ball movement that time. Clutch ball movement late in this basketball game. Oh, that was a walk that time at Grand Valley, but it was not called. Either way, the shot is up and no good. Corralled by Corpella. Corpola gets it out to Aiken. Aiken now finds Lucas Lee. These are precious minutes that are coming off the clock late into the game. Corpola. Corpola to Aiken. Aiken now driving. Almost took steps and the ball is stolen by Magianis. No need to foul if you're Lucas Lee. Playing tough defense. Grand Valley 4-3. Garcia from the corner. The ball is blocked and Lettingham had the rebound and the ball went off of number 10. Rance Beck and will be with the Aspen High Skiers 40-33. Grand Valley pressing now with their 2 point guards. Not sure why they're not putting on a full court press. And now they bring 3 players back, as time is not on their side right now. Lettingham looking to get the ball in, finds Corpola. Corpola picked up by number 23, Blaine McCormick. Corpola, a pretty spin move. Corpola gets out and finds Lucas Lee. Had no problem breaking the press that time. Corpola with some crossover dribbles. Hasio with a nice block. Corpola still with the rock. Wasting seconds off this time clock. It's a good possession by the Aspen Skiers. Lucas Lee now with the ball. I'm not sure why Grand Valley isn't pressing a little harder on defense. Corpola, they're playing pitch and catch right now, the Aspen High Skiers are. Corpola to Lee as they're running out this clock wisely, and a foul. That's the last thing you wanted for Grand Valley after a long possession that time to bail them out with a foul, and Lucas Lee will be going to the free throw line. Not a wise play whatsoever. Grand Valley's coach cannot be pleased as he takes a knee from the sideline. really tell how a head coach conducts his team, how they play late, if they're composed, or if they're a little bit out of control. And Lucas Lee, the bank is open, and Aspen hits off the bank that time and in. 41, Aspen 33, as they seem to be pulling away in this game late. Lucas Lee's second free throw. Much softer touch that time, and good. 42-33. These Aspen High skiers having nothing but good luck from the free throw line late in the game, showing ice in their veins. Emilio Garcia with the rock. A few crossover dribbles on his way to the basket, and is fouled by Taylor Aiken down low. Pretty play that time by Garcia. However, this Grand Valley team relies too much on dribbling and not enough on ball movement. Garcia from the charity stripe. Shot is up and good. 42-34. Could be a little too late for the Grand Valley Cardinals. Austin White checks into the game for Grand Valley. Going with a smaller lineup as they want shooters into the game. Garcia's second free throw attempt is up and good. 42-35 Grand Valley. It's a 7-point game late into the fourth quarter. Lettingham finds Corpola. Corpola back to Lettingham. You do not want your big holding the ball, having to bring it up the floor. Corpola with pretty dribbling. Corpola's double-teamed. Corpola finds Lee across the half-court line. Lucas Lee to Lettingham. And a timeout by head coach Alex Trump, who had to yell for that timeout and finally was granted. This GrassRoots live stream and cable broadcast on Channel 880 is made possible by funding from the Aspen store. Volunteered over 4,600 hours to support communities and help those in need. Thank you to John Ward and all the kind folks at A&B Bank in Aspen for supporting Aspen skier basketball and GrassRoots. Taylor Aiken will be inbounding the ball from midcourt. Aiken passing to the backcourt to find Lucas Lee. Back to Aiken. Aiken finds Corpola. Grand Valley clamping down on D, showing a little bit of desperation late in the game. Corpola has no problem breaking that coverage, and he's fouled. He's mauled that time, and he'll be going to the free throw line. (42-35) Aspen over Grand Valley late into this quarter. 101. The front end of the one-on-one is up and no good. Ooh, that ball looked to be off Grand Valley, but it is with Grand Valley instead. Expect the Cardinals to be launching threes late into this basketball game to try and cut into the lead. Letting the ball roll up the floor rather than touching it so the clock does not start. Garcia finds McCormick. McCormick with a deep three. That ball is an air ball. Feel the wind up here. Back with Grand Valley. Garcia up with a three. Shot looks good, and it is good. And we have under a minute, and it's a timeout by Grand Valley Cardinals head coach. 42-38. It's a tight game as we get under a minute here in the fourth quarter at Aspen High School. call GrassRoots at 925-8000, 925-8000. Lettingham looking at inbound as there's a full court press by the Grand Valley Cardinals. That ball's a turnover. Grand Valley has the ball back, and Emilio Rojas is able to put it in. Sorry, that was Magianis, and it is 42-40. And this press seems to be working for the Grand Valley Cardinals. Just gets to Corpella, and Corpella is fouled. Bailed out that time. Way to break the press by Aiden Lettingham, finding the open Corpella, who was immediately fouled when we go into the charity stripe. This game got close all of a sudden. 42 Aspen, 40 Grand Valley. Only 22 seconds left into this game. Thought there was a little more time in the clock, but that's what happens when you cannot see. Corpella's first free throw is good. Huge shot by Corpella for a 1-1, making it 43-40, giving his team a little bit of cushion. Corpella, only a sophomore, coming through in the clutch for the Aspen High Skiers. Corpella's second attempt is up and good, making it a two-possession game. Huge trip to the free throw line that time for Braden Corpella. Grand Valley dribbling the ball down the floor. Emilio Rojas with the rock now, has to heave up a three. Rojas' shot is up, and he is fouled. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that. Taylor Aiken ran into Emilio Rojas. Rojas did draw a little bit of contact in his foul and be shooting three from the free throw line. Thank God for Braden Corpella hitting those two free throws. Huge free throws, making it a two-possession game as Grand Valley cannot tie with this trip to the charity stripe. And Taylor Aiken is fouled out on the evening. Coach puts his arm around him as he looks a little dejected after that foul call. It was not malicious, but he did run into him and not allowing the three-point shooter to come down. It's going to be called every time. Emilio Garcia's first shot is up and misses. The moment seems to be getting to Garcia as he's not converted from the free throw stripe late in this game. .12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Garcia can still make it a two-possession game. Garcia's shot is up and no good. Wow. 44-40. Garcia's having a tough time from the line late in the game. The nerves seem to be getting to him a little bit. Garcia's final attempt. Up. And misses off the front iron. They calling a lane violation that time? No, they're calling a lane violation on Grand Valley. Ball will be with Aspen. Let's see how they break this press. Haysfield is open in the back corner. Lettingham finds Haysfield. He does not find him. Timeout by head coach Alex Schrempf. He had Haysfield open over the back half line that time in the territory of Grand Valley. However, he did not find him, and it's a timeout by head coach Alex Schrempf. This is Greg Landorf bringing you this Aspen High Skier Boys basketball game. Seconds left. Aspen up 44-40, and they have possession. Corpella inbounding. Luke Hollander comes into the game for Taylor Aiken. Corpella cannot find someone. He finds Haysfield. Haysfield back to Corpella. Pretty play, and Haysfield is fouled and will be going to the free throw line. Good hands by big man John Haysfield to get that ball and pitch it off to Corpella, but Haysfield was fouled before he pitched it off. Pretty play call. There should be about 10 seconds left in this game. double bonus, so Aspen will be shooting 2 from the free throw line. A little strong off the back iron. Haysfield is not able to convert. John Haysfield's second free throw up. And good! Haysfield with a clutch free throw. 45-40 Aspen. Grand Valley bringing the ball up the floor. Garcia chucks up a 3. No good. Haysfield with a strong rebound. Oh, they called a tie-up, but the possession arrow is with Grand Valley, unfortunately. Haysfield with a strong rebound that time. Haysfield really impressive play in this game. This Aspen High School team, shockingly, has a blue-collar mentality to them. Their parents probably are not, but their players are. Free throws up and no good, and that is Aspen wins 45-40 to win their 4th straight at home and extend to 8-4. It's a tough battle by the Aspen High Skiers, and they're able to pull it out late in the 4th quarter. Grand Valley falls now to 6-5 on the year as Aspen High goes to 8-4, winning their 4th straight at home. Very impressive victory by the Aspen High Skiers. We'll be back with you next Saturday for a home game. Aspen will be on the road this week, but I'll be back with you next week. And that is all. This is Greg Landorf bringing you this Aspen High Skier Boys basketball game on GrassRoots Community Network. Thanks to funding from A&B Bank, the Aspen Store, and Aspen High Basketball Boosters.